Welcome back. It's Friday Night Live. I'm super glad that you're here joining me for another edition of Friday Night Goodies, let's call it. So this is where I invite you to come and listen in and contribute to conversation that has to do with all things positive, anything's positive, because we need it. Our world needs it, our society needs it, our local communities need it, and I know for sure I need it. And this is something that helps me as well as I believe helps you and those that you share these videos with. So I'm super happy when I see those shares happening, because I know that the good feeling, thoughts and wishes, desires for positive outcomes are going out there into the Ethernet. So I'm glad that you're here with me now. And I thought, what's the topic going to be about tonight? Truthfully, I was not really feeling like I was in the right space for doing a video. And I thought, well, how do I get into the right mindset? Because I love doing these videos, but something about me was just still feeling tired from a long week. And I realized, okay, well, what do I do? What do I tell people that, what I would suggest people do when you want to pick yourself up? You look at everything that's going great, things that are going well. So that's why I thought it's important. Hey, Mary. Oh, there's another thing that's going well. Okay, so what I decided to do is that this video was going to be to just think of everything that's going really, really well in our lives. And Dr. Mary Lynch Barbara is one of these examples, and she helps children and families of children with autism in order to be able to help function and help them improve their livelihood and their health status and so forth. And her mission is to help 2 million people across the world, and she's getting there bit by bit. Yep, super proud of you and really glad to know you, Mary. And she also got this great recognition last week for just getting her message out there in a really fundamental way that is very impactful for many people's lives. And so through Product Launch Formula, Jeff Walker recognized her and honored her for the amazing things that she did, along with a panel of 8 other people who are finalists. And everyone is doing super duper amazing work. And so that's one great thing that's going on. What's another great thing that's going on? That's kind of the way that my mind works. At that workshop where I saw Mary again, it was like a great reunion with so many wonderful people. And so I've created even greater and deeper connections with these people. Mary says, it was great seeing you in Dallas. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that you're here, Mary. Thanks for chiming in and for joining. Because I just feel like it's a super important mission that so many of us have, is to have a positive impact on people's lives. And so another great thing is that I'm more tightly connected with friends from Hawaii and New Zealand and Australia and England and Canada, Mexico. I'm blanking out on all these different places, but it's just it's an amazing feeling to have that kind of connectivity with other people. Because what I know is that even when you're not in the same room with me, you're not in the same room with your friends all the time, your family, but there's a thread of connection that's there, and we can feel when one another needs attention, I believe. And so that's what I hope to do here. So if you can think of positive, wonderful things that are going on in your world, in your life, I'd love you to be able to point it out now, because that helps the ball keep rolling. Mary says, I'm thankful for the power of Facebook so we can connect. Totally. I just got that message from Facebook a few days ago that said, happy Faceversary, that I've been on Facebook for 10 years. I can't believe it's been that long. And for so long, I just wanted to stay away from Facebook. I couldn't stand it because I didn't trust it. I didn't think that it was a very good thing. I thought that people were using it for strange ways, and I didn't trust that your privacy could be looked after. And I've since learned to get over a hump of mistrust and come to acceptance, because privacy is something that is relative and that is really deeply challenged in our world anyway. And so I think that when we can do the things that we're doing together, and putting out good vibes out there, that we can get past that resistance, or maybe that is a reality that you have no privacy, right? But then we can get to the point where, well, that's okay, because we're overcoming it, and we're doing, like, the positive that we're achieving is way greater than the potential negative that's there. So yeah, I agree with you. I saw one of my patients today who's a really good friend, was in the location of the wildfires that happened a few weeks ago. And so they got evacuated, and thankfully their house was okay, but the house next door wasn't, and it was flattened. But it was a great opportunity during that week of evacuation for these two families to be together, to coexist, and the kids had a great time. 4 kids in the house, little kids, The parents got on great. They got some relief from co-parenting, so to speak, and so it turned out being a real positive situation, and something that otherwise, came across as being negative. Something else that happened is a couple of fundraisers that were going on last weekend. I mentioned in my last post about my sister's Access Institute that she works for, how they were doing a fundraiser, and their gala was successful and they met their goal. And then the charitywater.org that Mary and I were connected with in that workshop, we met our goal of giving there. And can you imagine that a room full of about 1,000 people, among everybody who gave at different levels, a total of $250,000 was raised for this organization that helps people drink clean water. So it helps develop wells, get the technology out there where these communities in third world countries can build the wells themselves, so they are building their own economy through the donations of the mechanics of the equipment, and then the people get to work, and so they're sustaining themselves. And it was just so sad when we saw the videos of the water that it just looked like dirt that was wet, diluted dirt, and these people are drinking that, and it's no wonder that they had so many severe health issues going on. So it's one of those really wonderful feelings to have, to be able to help goodness spread and help improve lives and save lives, right? So those were positive things that were going on. And so definitely, even after this video, you're going to see a replay. I would love for you to contribute and write down what great things are going on in your life or in people whose lives you're connected with, because it helps you get into a better space, into a feel-good space, which is totally important. We need to do that. We need to be able to understand that even if we might not feel the greatest, it's okay. It can be really easy to flip to the other side where we can feel much better. And when we feel much better, we can have a greater impact on the people around us, and then they feel uplifted and you feel uplifted, and before you know it, everyone's having la time. So anyway, I'm just being silly here. I think I'm going to be a little sillier again because I love this little magic wand that I've seen come up on my, and let's hope that it's not going to be too slow today, because these are fun things that I got to do last time around, right? Okay, I forget. I think I used this one already, but we'll see it again. That's right. That's where Nemo's swimming by. I did enjoy that. So I'm being a little bit goofy here because I think it's time for some goofiness and just some fun. So awesome that you were here today. And I'd love it if you'd share these videos and invite your friends and family to like my page, Dr. Darya Ghafourpour. You can also find me on YouTube. And hey, you know what? Let me know what are some topics that you'd like me to cover, because I'd love to go deeper on some of these great topics that we've already talked about. And I know that there are people who want to know more. And what I'm thinking of doing is doing some separate almost workshops, like, hey, Martina, welcome. So write it out, write it down. What are some of the topics that you'd like me to cover more of and that you're interested in, so that we can have deeper conversation? We've talked about generosity, we've talked about inspiration, we've talked about general positivity, about overlooking negative and focusing on the positive. We've talked about a whole lot of different things. So you could just scroll down this page and then just click on a video and go, look at the title there, look to see what you're inspired by, and please, please, please write in the comments what is it that you'd like to hear more of. And if you feel shy to do that, that's fine. You can private message me as well, and I'll get that, and I'll appreciate your comments there. So thanks again for joining me, for being here. Lovely to see you, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I look forward to seeing you next week, okay? Thanks, y'all. Bye.